Well, I'm doing things slightly differently today. It's Monday and it's about 4:30 in the afternoon. I never ever dreamt I'd leave the marina at this sort of time, but I'm not going far. The reason I'm leaving now is that I had planned to go tomorrow, but the forecast is very bad indeed. 90% chance of rain virtually all morning and into the afternoon. So I thought I'd nip out now for a short journey, lay over somewhere tomorrow, maybe move on in the afternoon if it's brightened up. So quite a different plan to what I normally do. Just coming up to the exit. I've taken a wider sweep than usual because I was speaking to someone on their boat just now. It's all looking good. Another successful exit from the marina. Hooray! The sun keeps coming out. It's been quite nice this afternoon. There are clouds behind me, but looking ahead there are clouds and blue skies. Just about to pass the swans and cygnets from the marina. They've certainly grown up a lot. Looks like they're pleased to see me. Not that I've got anything to give them. Years ago that property was built, well, about 200 years ago, as a canal side pub. A couple of years ago the owners of it died, or the remaining owner, the surviving owner I should say, died, and they left it to the Inland Waterways Association to be let out so they could raise an income from it. So it's been empty for a couple of years. Whilst I've been at Yelvertoft, I had imagined that it was a sort of holiday home and seldom occupied, but the fact is it's been empty, which is something I hadn't fully appreciated. but it's now been refurbished and done up to be let out, so it can raise an income for the Inland Waterways Association, the local branch. There's a boat coming down towards me. Thanks for stopping. Sometimes two do squeeze past down through there, but yeah, it is with all the stuff in the canal there. Cheers. That was very nice of them to stop. Two boats can get through there, but there is some overgrowth, what I call overgrowth, hanging over into the canal, so it does make it appear a little bit narrower than it really is. I don't think I've actually said where I'm heading for. I'm going to one of my favourite spots in the hope that it's not already taken. If it is, I'll have to move on a little bit further. I'll let you know when I get there. Something crawling up my neck. I decided I'd take a backward look at my favourite tree. I'm not sure if it's going to work though. We should be passing it any time now. It was a good idea, but it didn't work because the tree is hidden. Silly me. I seem to be feeling some spots of rain, which is a bit worrying. Have a quick look, see the weather app. But it's showing sun and cloud, but it's definitely beginning to rain, which is a little bit of a bother to me. Not really sure what to do. I think I'll carry on, see what happens. I thought for a moment that it had stopped, but there are still a few spits of rain. One has to be guarded because sometimes the weather can change dramatically. It can suddenly downpour, just in a matter of seconds it can change. I wouldn't have thought that was likely now, seeing that the rain isn't forecast. It's tomorrow when heavy rain is forecast, right through the morning and into the afternoon. So I'm hoping this will hold off until I find where I want to moor up. Just passing over hanging tree. But it really is beginning to rain now, but the sun has also come out. Strange, isn't it? It's actually quite a lovely evening. It's not far to where I want to moor. I just hope there's no boat there already. I don't know if you can tell how sunny it is behind me, but it is a very nice evening. I don't think the rain will amount to much. I'm just coming up to where I want to moor, so I'll see in a moment if there's already someone there. It's exciting, isn't it? The canal is just bending away from me slightly, so I can't see. I've got a clearer view now, and I'm pleased to say there's no one moored along here, which is wonderful. Taking it very easy, just moving along so I'm not underneath the trees here. Well, I'm moored up near Bridge 25, which is one of my favourite spots. It is open here, so if I have to stay here tomorrow because the weather is really bad, then my solar panels should be, well, there won't be any sun, will there? But they won't be shaded, that's the important thing. They're quite open to everything, so I'm pleased with this spot. I rather like it here, always have done. Well, the weather forecast was right. I woke up about 5:30 and the rain was beating down on the roof, on the water. I do rather like the sound of rain falling, so it's not a problem for me. And I eventually got back to sleep. But the morning has come just as predicted. I'm sort of pleased in a way that they've got the prediction right, because very often the forecasts are so inaccurate and they're not reliable. So I'm just about to have my first cup of tea of the day, so cheers. And I'm also having breakfast, which consists of a bowl of muesli with a lot of fresh fruit thrown in. And what I've got is I've got pineapple, strawberries, cherries and 2 different types of grapes. At the moment I'm just looking at some email correspondence that I need to deal with. This involves my volunteering with the Canal and River Trust and also the Steam Museum I'm involved with. I forgot to mention earlier that no boats had passed me this morning to my knowledge, but one just has, and it's prompted me to say so. It was heading south. I think it's stopped raining at the moment. I need to have a closer look. It's windy out there, but I don't think it's actually raining. Hi, many thanks for joining me. This is part 2, day 3. I was just doing some film editing on my trip to Warwick when that boat came past. I spend quite a lot of time on the film editing. It is my hobby and has been for many years. Even before I started boating, I was always making short films of my travels just for my benefit in those days. I did put a few on YouTube, but they had very few viewers. But it was really for my own interest, and I'm always very, very grateful to everyone for your lovely comments, so please keep them coming. It eggs me on to do more and more, which is what I want. I'm just having lunch. Before I made lunch, the weather was absolutely atrocious, and whilst I was making lunch, the sun came out. A complete change, which was quite surprising. And then on one side of the boat it's cloudy with some blue skies, and on the other it's very dark and ominous. And whilst I'm filming this, the sun has actually come out again. I don't know if you can tell or not. Anyway, I have my cheese top roll. I did go out shopping yesterday before I came out on the boat, and so a nice fresh roll for me to eat. So it's nice to meet you both.
Yeah, thank you very much. May I just say what a wonderful, warm, caring channel that you provide. It's made us very homesick. We live abroad. We've bought a boat just down the road from you at Crick, and it's been inspiration to see you
That's
build
very
your
kind
channel.
of you to say so. Thank
It's
you
been
very much.
fantastic, and a privilege to meet you in person.
Yes.
In the countryside.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes.
And without rain. That's so very good.
People often say to me, hope we'll meet you out somewhere, and I think, well, that would be nice, but probably unlikely. But
Yeah.
It's amazing. Nearly every time I go out, I'm recognised.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Particularly up and down here,
Yeah.
because this is obviously my home patch.
Yes, of
and
course.
I'm often,
And what a
often
great
recognised.
home patch it is, because the moment
Yeah.
you go north from Yelvertoft,
Yeah.
it's
Really is
beautiful.
lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely lovely. Some of the spots that you've recommended, you say, this is my favourite spot, but there's so many favourite spots that you go up here. It's lovely. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's wonderful.
Yeah.
So you have safe travels.
All the best. Happy onward travels. All the best. I've come inside with the hope of reducing the wind noise. It is so windy out there. That was really unexpected, to bump into two viewers of the channel from Abu Dhabi. You couldn't make it up, could you? They have their own boat, which is moored at Crick, which is a few miles south of where I'm based at Yelvertoft. We have communicated in the past. They've made comments on various videos and so forth. And to meet them in the flesh is really wonderful. So a big hello and a big thank you for supporting the channel, Chris and Denise. It's absolutely marvellous to meet you. So, what actually happened there? Well, I was on the boat doing some film editing, and a boat came past very close to me, and it had slowed down. I wasn't even aware it was there until I looked up, which is really good. But as soon as it got past me, I heard it suddenly sort of rev up as though it was stopping. And I thought, well, that's a bit odd. You know, I'm always a little bit suspicious of a boat doing that so close to me. And I sort of peeked out the side hatch, and I could see a group of people on the boat. And I just sort of left it. And a little time passed, and there came a tapping at the window. And someone asked me if I was my narrowboat venture, which, as you know, I am. So I had to admit to being so. And I popped outside to meet them, and it was two of my viewers, Chris and Denise. They have been in touch with me before, making comments on the channel and that sort of thing. So it is really nice, and particularly when you meet people from overseas, which they basically are. So it makes it extra special. And he's given me a tip, so I'm going to investigate that tip and maybe buy another piece of equipment. Well, it's been a very windy day, very wet this morning. This afternoon there have been quite a few boat movements. I'm staying put today. I've decided not to move on. Just now the boat was really buffeted by the wind and hit the Armco. The gusts are very strong indeed. Some boats have just passed me. In fact, it's been fairly busy with boats. Can't see any coming at the moment. But I'm staying here for today. Tomorrow should be better. It's a bit of a grey day tomorrow. It's a bit of a grey day tomorrow, but it should brighten up in the afternoon. But it is my intention to move on. It's looking as though the weather might change again. I haven't checked the weather forecast, but looking back there, it doesn't look too good. Many thanks for watching. Keep safe and take care. Bye for now.